I'm Muhib from the international team. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you're all doing safe and well. Today, we'll be offering an introduction to Brisbane, Australia's third largest city, Queensland's capital and Federation University's newest campus. Brisbane has been my home for the last 11 years, so I'm looking forward to giving you a guided tour of the attractions and advantages of studying in Brisbane. First up in the webinar, we'll hear from our head of campus, Alex Elibank-Murray, who will discuss our Brisbane campus and our extensive community and industry connections and employability pathways. Our second presenter, Abdul Azim Mohammed, more commonly known as Azim, is an international student about to complete his Masters of Technology. Azim is studying at our Brisbane campus, has been appointed as a Brisbane International Student Ambassador by the Brisbane City Council in 2019. He went on to the Queensland International Student Leadership Forum in 2019 as a delegate as well. He has also undertaken internships at Startup Interns as well as Brisbane Marketing. So he will have some great insights into the experiences and opportunities available to international students in Brisbane that contribute to building networks and employability skills. Later, you'll hear from Minush Shrestha, who has just completed her Master of Technology. Last year, Minush was appointed as Vice Chairperson of our Federation Student Mentor Program and provided peer support to new international students. Minush has also been working with the university to provide technical support to international students during COVID-19, including distributing laptops to students in need. Minush will also chat to you about the work experience opportunities she's received throughout her program, including a virtual master's project she completed to troubleshoot real-world issues for a startup company called Tie the Knot. For those who don't know, Federation University's head campus is based in the beautiful regional city of Ballarat, just an hour on the train from Melbourne in the state of Victoria in the southeast corner of Australia. We also have campuses in Melbourne itself, the regional Victorian area of Gippsland, and of course in Brisbane, the capital city of Queensland. This year, we are also celebrating Federation University's 150-year history as a leading provider of education. But today, we are all about Brisbane. Let me give you a little tour. Brisbane ranks among the top lifestyle cities in the world, making it the perfect place to live, study, and work. The traditional custodians for this area are the Turrbal and Jagera peoples. With an enviable subtropical climate and an average of 283 days of sunshine every year, the city enjoys year-round outdoor activities. International students will feel at home while studying abroad in Brisbane. Brisbane is renowned for its lifestyle, the envy of most world cities. Brisbane is defined by an energized spirit, a youthful vitality, and a vibrant love of the outdoors. This environment is ideal for fostering economic growth and nurturing creativity. Our city is fast becoming a hotbed of cutting-edge cultural expression. These days, Brisbane has 2.2 million people, but more and more people like me are choosing to move to Brisbane, and there are plenty of great reasons why I'm happy to recommend it to international students. Around our campus, we have cafes, shops, gyms, and societies you can join. Access to events and activities in Brisbane, festivals are celebrated, we have spiritual facilities, prayer rooms, and a wide range of student support services to help you settle in. Improve your English and academic skills, find part-time work, and develop your career. At Federation, our tuition fees are low by Australian standards, and we also have scholarships to help you afford the cost of your studies. All international IT and business students currently get an automatic 16% discount off their tuition fees for the entire degree. And applicants for any other subject are assessed for our International Excellence Scholarship, also offering 16% off of fees. Someone who can tell you a lot more about our campus, industry, and community connections is our next speaker. Alex Elibank-Murray, head of campus in Brisbane. Alex has been in Brisbane and at Federation for quite a bit longer than me. She was responsible for spearheading and establishing the Brisbane campus. Thank you for joining us today, Alex. Microphone ready, over to you.
Thanks, Mahib, for the introduction. And it's great to be here in this space with you all. One of the positives of COVID is this free-flowing global interaction now that enables really quick sharing of information. In fact, look, it's something that we embed into the way we deliver our programs here on the Brisbane campus. The new world of work requires this kind of digital literacy, the ability to work, create, solve problems, working on platforms just like this with colleagues locally and around the world. You might know these skills as employability skills or maybe enterprise skills, but look, all the research shows the demand for skills like creativity, critical thinking and digital literacy, like we're doing right now, have been rising steeply over the past 3 years, and I think this year obviously will only add to that. So I'm starting this with this great photo of some of our recent graduates. Take a look at them. This is our goal achieved, confident, practiced, emerging professionals on graduation. Through the industry integrated programs that we offer our students, they've had access to real life experience, so they're ready for the job market. And this is how we go about achieving that. We look at the student journey, their immediate needs, obvious things like accommodation, finding part-time work in the city, getting oriented with, as Mahib said, beautiful sunny Brisbane, and their new campus home. And then we bring them along a clear path which builds their confidence to look outward. We work in the space of providing a degree, but also through helping students understand the critical importance of networking for future employment. We provide them with the opportunity to do this throughout their course and also the opportunities for work integrated learning with our industry partners. Some of our programs have capstone units where students spend their entire final semester working in small teams focused on solving a real company's business challenge. They work with the company founder or CEO throughout the semester and are then required to pitch that solution back at the end. These opportunities are a real two-way street. They often provide our partners with an important recruitment pool. They've been able to, I suppose, try and buy a new employee, so to speak, and we've had this occur on a number of occasions actually. The other benefit is that we're able to offer students this real work environment, not a simulated one. There's no better preparation for transition to employment and job hunting, in my view. Being the newest campus in the Federation University network, we're now harnessing our very first alumni to engage as mentors for the students behind them. It's the best kind of motivation and inspiration from somebody that's walked that path before you. Our alumni will also benefit from a broad range of connections and activities that the Fed Uni Alumni Network provides. So let's do a bit more of a deep dive into what all of this industry collaboration looks like. The key to developing a student from entry point to career readiness is a combination of a degree program, the underpinning knowledge, and the development of critical thinking with real experiences. I've listed some of the examples on this slide. You can see our IT programs, for example, have a professional experience unit which runs continually through every semester. We integrate activities from providers like STEM Punks, who do all kinds of great robotics and coding, things like that. We implement that into the study plan. We collaborate really deeply with our strategic partners in the innovation and enterprise space, like River City Labs, a startup incubator, and ARC, the only hardware incubator in Australia. So think 3D printing and taking a concept all the way through to a prototype. With ARC, we sponsor a startup weekend where you can see in the picture Hemant, one of our students, pitching his idea to the floor. We've got many student teams that go through this startup weekend program, and some go on to join those startups and then take that product all the way to market. We work with multinational global business services company Concentrix to develop employability skills in a program that allows our students to gain a 4-week placement program in the local Concentrix office near us, just walking distance from our campus. But I think maybe my favourite program, if you're allowed to have one, is the Masters IT Capstone course, where we collaborate with the River City Labs Founders Network to provide real business challenges to the students. I think I mentioned earlier that they then spend the final semester working and then pitching that solution back to the company founder. River City Labs is a fantastic partner who was acquired last year by the Australian Computing Society, as many of you would know, the accreditatory body for all Australian IT programs. The program we commenced with RCL has been so successful that we're now looking to roll it out through their national labs network. We're also collaborating with them on a co-branded Bachelor of Business Entrepreneurship, so really exciting times in this space. And this is what we aim for at the end, a real return on investment, and not just about money, although it is important, but one about trust in us and what we're trying to provide for our students. We want to provide the skills to enable confidence to be employable. So here are a couple of our recent graduates. The one that you're looking at now is Gitu, who after undertaking her IT Masters Capstone project, my favourite, was hired by the company whose problem she worked on. And here's Ikra, who after completing her MBA in Health Services Management is now working for a large aged care provider. While studying, Ikra also undertook a Certificate 3 in Individual Support, which enabled her to work in her industry while studying, gaining great experience. So many of you already know a little bit about Federation, and so you understand that what we do is wrap around student support extremely well. That's who we are as a university. We're ranked for that. Throughout the student journey, we provide development opportunities, which again are about building enterprise skills and confidence. The career team are always there supporting students through the various stages in their lives, from arrival, part-time work, through to advice on how to best utilise the great work integrated placements that they've had, and also about their career planning, future career planning. We have a new system now called The Edge, where students can book appointments with a student employment officer. Ours is Amanda, who is a powerhouse. They can register for online workshops, see jobs that are currently available, both part-time and career positions. There is a lot of thinking and design that goes into supporting a student's journey for a good outcome, and I hope that I've given you a little glimpse of that today, but I know that my time is nearly up, so I think I'll leave you by saying we're a warm and friendly campus with a genuine depth of care for the student experience. And look, we're committed to continuing the journey that we have with our industry partners to make sure that we can fully integrate them for the best benefit of our students. So thank you everybody on the call for coming along. I really appreciate the time today that you've given up to be with us and to listen. And I'll hand back to Mahib. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Alex, for that great overview of Federation's really valuable industry and community connections in Brisbane. Our engagement makes a really positive contribution to the city and offers our students really great opportunities. Speaking of students, let us now hear from our next speaker, Azim. Our speaker, Azim, can offer a great perspective into life as an international student in Brisbane. Azim arrived here a couple of years ago to start his Masters in Technology program and has had an extremely active presence in our university and community life, becoming a Brisbane International Student Ambassador and being an active member of the startup ecosystem here in Brisbane. Thanks for being with us today, Azim. Could you start by telling us a bit about your background and why you decided to study with Federation in Brisbane?
Thank you, Mohib, for the introduction. Thank you, Alex, and everyone at Federation University for giving me a chance to share my journey with all the international students. To begin with, my name is Azim. I come from Hyderabad, India, and I'm currently studying my Masters of Technology at Federation University. And I've been living and studying Brisbane for about 1.5 years. Federation University, what intrigued me about Federation University was having small size classrooms. That means you have more time with your lecturer to discuss your problems, and help is there whenever it's needed. And the campus was right in the heart of the Brisbane city with almost access to everything. And Federation University had some good prospects of industry connections and organizations across Brisbane. And if you're looking to take up something extra, Federation University had always something to offer. In 2019, I was given an opportunity to be appointed as one of the Brisbane International Student Ambassadors out of 40 students who were selected for this program from across 25 plus different countries. This unique program is run by Study Brisbane, and this gave me an opportunity to represent Federation University for the Brisbane city and also represent India. This program gives students like me opportunities to tell our student stories, our experiences of being an international student through our social media back home and to every part of the world. Being a part of this program provided me with both professional and personal development prospects. During this program, I had opportunities to volunteer, meet people from different countries, be a part of leadership forum, uh, attend many cultural festivals and events and leisure activities, and explore Brisbane like a local. Brisbane is genuinely a great place for international students to live and study. There are so many multicultural events, support that have helped create home away from home. I love the warm weather. It has so many beautiful places to offer, and it gives you some opportunities to make a lot of industry connections. And I remember when I first arrived in Brisbane, I was feeling a little bit nervous and a bit scared because I did not knew anyone here in Brisbane, but Federation University and this program helped me settle in very quickly and made me feel like home. And now I get to give back by welcoming thousands of international students to this beautiful city by being a part of primary events like the the City Welcome Festival, the Friendship Ceremony, the Federation University Mentor Program, and so many other opportunities. Well, I have been grateful to meet some amazing people along the way who now I call my best friends and my family in Brisbane. Well, if you're looking to study in Australia, I would definitely recommend Brisbane every time. Through my last semesters, during these difficult times of COVID-19, I've had the opportunity to learn, and during my entire course as well, I've had the opportunity to learn some cutting edge technologies such as databases, big data analytics, supply chain management, etc. Academics here provide you a great learning platform, and this always has constant support from lecturers, from student services, student mentors, and most of all, your fellow peers. In 2019, in the month of July, I had an opportunity to gain a 2-month internship with River City Labs, where I worked with River City Labs for a research internship while they were expanding to Melbourne. And the following same semester, I had a subject called Professional Research and Development, which actually connected all the dots and provided me insights uh, um, relating to this opportunity. I cannot believe that 3 semesters have already gone by, and I'm looking forward to do my master's project. And this would involve initiating, managing, documenting, executing a project. And my journey so far has been very fruitful, and this would not have been possible without me getting out of my comfort zone and taking a decision to study in this beautiful city of Brisbane and choosing Federation University as for my master's. I personally would take time to thank this university for giving me an opportunity to share my experience, and I thank you all for joining this webinar and taking time out to listening to me and to listen about Federation University. I wish you all good luck in your future prospects. Thank you.
Thanks, Azim, for that really insightful and inspiring thoughts on how to make the most of your time here. Our final speaker is Minush Shrestha. Minush has kindly joined us during her short break from work. Throughout her time in Brisbane, Minush has actively sought new opportunities and made strong connections with industry partners to improve her employment prospects. Minush commenced her Federation journey in July 2018 and has just finished her final semester, where she led a team of students to find technical solutions for a real startup business. This was a unique experience, working virtually with key stakeholders to complete their assessment. Minush excelled in her final semester, and it resulted in her being offered employment with the startup Tie the Knot. So Tell us more about your federation experiences, Minush.
Thank you, Muhib, for the introduction. Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to thank Alex and everyone for inviting me over to talk about my experiences at Federation University at Brisbane campus. This was the very same month 2 years back in July that I rushed to fly to Brisbane to attend the orientation week, and I cannot believe how quickly these 2 years have passed by. And now today I'm already a graduate, and I'd like to share a few of my experiences. Among many experiences, one of the dearest one is being a mentor and helping in establishing the mentorship program. This one is very close to my heart as it allowed me to listen and to be there for the new and arriving students who were going through the same process of finding their way through the campus and student life like myself. All I had to do was to share my experiences and listen to them, lend a hand and guide them to a path, and all the while create wonderful connections with them. So as a vice chairman of the mentor group, one of the most fun and challenging day was organizing the multicultural event where we celebrated the cultural diversity of the students at campus. Everyone was excited to represent and view the diverse culture through the performances, food and dresses, and it was actually quite a show up, and the air was surely filled with so much of excitement that day. The whole campus had turned into a festival of some sort. And this program was birthed as our annual program at Federation University through the mentorship program. Next, I'd like to share my experiences with COVID-19. So as we moved from being on campus to online, Alex made sure that each student had proper support, laptops and internet so as to enable them to continue their classes online. And I had this wonderful opportunity to work with FedUni as IT support staff and provide support to students during COVID-19. At the same moment, my capstone master project that we were initially talking about, so that was also going on, and even though at first it felt like it was an impossible task to complete the project remotely as it required close coordination with the team and with the clients, but we were finally able to complete one of the best project and deliver it to the client. The classes were virtual and our team members worked individually from home, but in a way, being virtual provided us more ways to stay connected, which was awesome. Our lecturer would connect with us at 9:30 in the night and solve our issues, and we would connect with each other every possible minute. So I'd say that the project being virtual had its own virtues. And with the completion of the project, I also completed my master's project, and currently I am working with the founder of the project at his startup at River City Labs with the project, and it's ongoing. That's about how great it has been for me, actually. Yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone for coming today and giving me this chance to share my experiences of this awesome experience at Federation University. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and sharing with us your experiences, Minush. So thanks again to you and all of today's speakers.